Hey, hey, everybody. Sorry, just running a few minutes late. That's okay. Give us just a few minutes, though. Just give some time for everybody to get in here, and we will go ahead and get this conversation started. We're going to have Queen Priestess Peach Blossom herself with us here in just a few minutes, but bear with me. I'm just inviting people right now. Okay. Also, on your way in, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, too. Getting a few things together for you guys. I'm really excited. Hey, welcome everybody. Okay, perfect. I was concerned. Lately the internet has been kind of shaky. But I'm excited though. Tonight is going to be a good conversation. Priestess Peach Blossom is about to bring a word, okay? Okay. And while I'm waiting for Priestess to join, I will go ahead and bring up, don't forget, you guys, just for the record, I have the Divine Feminine Mentorship Program coming up March 15th with Hounsi Soleil. But with Priestess Peach Blossom, we have our Conjure Mentorship coming on late March. It looks like we're going to start that particular mentorship around March the 28th. So if you are interested, make sure that you join that mentorship. We're going to be teaching jar magic. For all of you who are really interested in jar magic, we're going to be going in depth on mojo bags, gree, spiritual baths. So we're going to be really practicing some authentic hoodoo, okay? Thank you for that. You're so sweet. Every time you come, you show me love, and I appreciate that. Just a moment here, you guys. Okay. So it looks like we got the lovely Priestess Peach Blossom in the building, the Reverend Queen herself. Give me just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and get her added. Okay. Hey, Priestess.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I
Is
can.
this thing on? Okay, great. How are you? How is everybody? I wish I could see the comments.
You
I wish
can't
I
see
could.
them?
Let me see. Let me see if I can see these comments, girl. No, I can't see nobody. Oh, okay. I do see people. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this interview. I'm excited. I know y'all haven't seen me in a minute. Okay, I know I've been MIA, but I am here. How is everybody? I'm actually trying to share this link to Facebook land.
In your Facebook group?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll give them a second to get in as well. Well, I'm really excited. I know this is going to be a good talk. I finally got Priestess on YouTube, y'all.
I know. I've been running away from YouTube. Not, and I don't even really know why. I just been working, child. I just been doing the work of the ancestors, the work of the Lord, and I've been staying away from YouTube. But if you are here on YouTube, you better drop them peaches, poo. Y'all know what time it is. I need my energy. And I'm also excited to talk about heart chakra, especially with my black people. Heart chakra work is one of the most important chakras that you can work on, especially my black people. And hopefully we'll get into why.
We're going to be answering a couple of questions. I had sent out a questionnaire a couple of weeks ago for you guys to ask questions. So we're going to be addressing some of those that you all had in the free mentorship. Not to mention, yes, that's another thing while we're getting started. We have a wonderful Priestess Peach Blossom has a wonderful free mentorship program that you can join. It's the truth. It'll get you started teaching you the fundamentals of hoodoo, how to properly venerate your ancestors, and start to maintain a relationship with them. So if you are not quite yet ready to commit to traditional mentorship, you definitely want to get into the free mentorship program. It's definitely the hoodoo plug for sure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hold on, I'm just trying to, see, this is why I'm staying away because my ass is technology illiterate, girl. Like what? Oh, child. Y'all come on in. I still can't see nobody comments. Hold on. How I lose the comments?
Okay.
Like, y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Tell your people that Priestess Peach Blossom done finally got her ass
On
on
YouTube.
YouTube, right?
Let them know.
Y'all better let them know. You better catch me while you can. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. And I'm gonna share it in my group and then we can get started. How many people we got on tonight? Hello. Share to group. Oh, girl.
They're trickling in.
All right, show you right.
For those of you who do not know, because I know we may be getting some people in from Facebook and from the mentorship program, I'm Hounsi Venus, also Queen Leilani. We're the same person. I know y'all see that we're the same person. I know sometimes people think that we're the same person. And I am goddaughter to Priestess Peach Blossom.
Yes, indeed. You better represent. You better tell these folks what it is.
We've been together since the beginning.
Since the beginning. Wow, we've actually been. You've been my student for years at this point, so it makes sense that you're on here with us. Come on, y'all. Bring these people in. I'm ready to talk. Now if I can find my damn group. Oh, I sound like cornbread. Every time I try to talk, I sound like cornbread. I sound so country. Like you can see, I'm from Memphis. What up, Memphis? What up? You know what? I'm really sad. Though today we lost another rapper. From Memphis. He was shot and killed in Houston. His name was Snooty Wild. Only my real CMG Yo Gotti fans to know who Snoop. I won't say only, but he was signed with Yo Gotti a while back. Yayo, I think that was his song. I think that was his song. I need to look it up. But yeah, rest in peace to Snoopy Wild. I haven't been on here since Dolph died. Rest in peace, Dolph. Long live Dolph. Drop some dolphins in the freaking chat for Dolph, man. Like that shit hurt my feelings. So, Memphis, y'all pray for Memphis. Keep Memphis in your prayers. We're just taking loss after loss, but these Grizzlies ain't losing, no baby. Period.
I'm done.
Period. These Grizzlies are not losing. Hold on, I'm almost ready. Uh, okay, I finally found my group, girl.
Hey, okay. Well, I guess we will get this thing popping. I think we got a good number here. Everybody else, you
Girl,
can
I
catch
can't
the
see nobody.
replay. It'll be
Girl,
on YouTube.
I can't see
So,
nobody. Yes, I
yep,
can.
she said, "Yeah, yo."
Oh,
Say yeah,
okay,
yo.
yeah. All right. Show
So
you
once
right.
again, welcome. And so basically, before I get started, I just want to let everybody know one of the reasons why we're having this talk is because February is Heart Month, right? And the heart is something that I myself am extremely passionate about. I know Priestess is as well. And we just wanted to take a chance to highlight that and stress how important it is for us as a community to not only take care of our heart physically, but also spiritually. So I'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, I had sent out a questionnaire. So one of the very first questions that someone asked is, how do heart chakra blockages show up in our community? So I'll let you go ahead and start with that one.
Okay, one, this is a really, really great question. Actually, Queen Leilani and I we just wrapped up our advanced chakra mentorship. And what was so great about it is that we got a chance to talk about how chakras affect the Black community. Okay, and it is different. There are things that apply specifically to us that we got a chance to talk about, but I'll talk a little bit about heart chakra here. So if you're just joining, I stated that heart chakra is really one of the most important chakras for the Black community, especially Black women, to work on. Why? Did you know that Black women die the most from heart disease? Black women die the most from heart disease. Okay, number one killer. It's not even breast cancer. Why is that? Well, because we don't get a chance to cry. We don't feel like we're allowed to be weak or show weakness. We don't. We even if our heart is broken, we will still get our ass on social media, posting cute pictures with our face done up, trying to act like we're not heartbroken when we are. Um, some of us have experienced grief, and instead of facing grief, we try to run away from it, which we know that you can't. And so instead of allowing your heart to heal, you try to hold on to it. Hence, the heart stops. Okay. Now, even with Black women and Black men, we're talking about high blood pressure, cholesterol issues, heart attacks. The heart is just literally stopping. It's blocked. Now, understand this, okay? And I'm not talking to you, Queen Leila. I'm talking to
I
whoever
know.
asked the question, okay? But understand this. Only in, what do they call America? The West? But only in America or this side of the world where we can go to the doctor and we can tell the doctor that it's something physically wrong, and they not look at the spiritual aspects of what the hell is wrong. Okay, that only happens over here. You go over there to Africa, you go over there to India, China, any of the, I don't know about Russia, China, but we gonna leave that alone. But if you go over there and you go to them with a complaint, not only are they going to look at you physically, but they're also going to do divinations, or they're going to try to figure out what is going on with you spiritually. Okay, so if we are having heart chakra work, if we're having heart problems, then that doctor or the babalawo, or whatever priest or priestess that you go to, will then actually look at your heart and say, well, what's going on? What are you holding on to? What haven't you let go? What are you sad about? What are you get what I'm saying? Because when things show up or manifest physically, there's usually always a spiritual issue there. Okay, so people with heart problems will also experience issue in their lungs. Okay, chest area, could even be breast cancer. So yes, if you have been um going through life numb, I've heard a lot of people say that they're numb. That's not good. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing to be numb. Some people, numb themselves so that when tragic things happen or when messed up things happen, that they don't feel it or wait to avoid it. I'm here to tell you that that is one of the most dangerous things that you can do, because guess what? It's all going to come out one day. And if it doesn't come out, it's going to kill you, literally. So, how does heart chakra work affect the Black community? It's literally killing us because we're ignoring taking care of our hearts. And let me also add, Black people, get your ass out there and exercise. Period. I don't know why we're so against it, but get your butt out there and exercise. You need to be doing cardio. Okay? Period. I'm not telling you to go out there and go run 3 miles. I'm not telling you that. What I am telling you is you need to go jump rope. You need to go get a Peloton bike or go join a cycling class. You need to be walking, okay? Because you need to actually be pumping the heart. If you're going to actively work on this chakra, you do need to actively work out. Absolutely. I hope I answered the question.
You did. You did. It what this also reminds me of too. It's like I did a video a couple of months ago, I want to say, on YouTube about the importance of letting go. And I briefly talked about like how holding on to things can literally physically hurt you. Like I've watched so many people, sometimes the people in my family hold on to things and suffer from Well, let me ask you this: has anybody ever? This was like one of the questions that I asked the chakra mentorship program. But like, has anybody ever gotten so frustrated or so mad or have been like so stressed out until the point that you physically get a headache? That's what
Me,
that
me,
looks
me, me,
like.
me. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's what it looks like. I remember. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Thank God for growth. He ain't through with me yet, but thank God because younger peach blossom, baby, would turn up. I would turn up like at the drop of it. Like you got me messed up. Let me show you who I'm not to be effed with, and I would turn up. And so as I, grew and got older and became wiser, when the time comes where I have to get to that point, it takes so much for me to calm my physical body down. I
Mm-hmm.
feel my heart pumping, my head is hurting, I'm breathing hard, my I'm all out of alignment at this point. But when I was younger, I didn't feel it. When I was younger, it was just like, what's up? Let's do it. I'm gonna just, it is what it is. Not realizing the effect that it had on my physical body
Yep.
and the effect that it had on my heart. Also, that's another thing that you pointed out is the holding on to stuff. Some people are like, child, I hold grudges. Let me tell you something. As a Scorpio rising and a Scorpio moon, please believe me when I tell you I know how to hold a grudge. And now I don't call it holding grudges. I try to let things go. Because at the in the end, it doesn't matter in the end. But I just because you let something go doesn't mean you forget. I'm
Yep.
not gonna forget. I'm not
I'm
gonna
happy you
forget.
said that because it doesn't mean being a turn the other cheeker. It's not what that means.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that you have to like turn the other cheek. But this, have you ever heard that quote? And I'm sure I'm about to mess it up. So, hey, but it's whatever the old quote is. It's like, holding on to things or not forgiving people. It's something of that nature. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die.
Yeah.
Whew. It's
Yeah.
like it sounds corny, but forgiveness, ooh, it really is for you. It's for you. Like,
It it is. It is because it's not doing anything but literally breaking down the body, literally taking you to an early grave. Um, and so I
high blood
hope,
pressure.
yeah, no, I hope that whoever wrote the question, kind of understands now how heart chakra work affects the Black community. I hope she got a better understanding of that. Stop holding on to things that you can't change. Stop holding on to old feelings. Also, I have to say, when you heal or as you're healing, a lot of us have childhood trauma. A lot of us are angry at our parents. A lot of us are angry about what we didn't have growing up. A lot of us are angry how people have treated us. And childhood trauma is real. I understand that. If we're upset at our parents, um, part of growing up and healing is understanding that your parents did the best that they actually could. Now they best might have messed you up, and now you in therapy, but they did the best they could. And when you become a parent, you're gonna do the best that you can, and you're not always gonna get it right. And so that's part of healing and forgiveness, so that you can then learn from those experiences, not pass them on, and also help heal others who have had similar experience and are still struggling, holding on to those grudges, holding on to that hurt. So yeah,
Ashe.
I
Ashe.
say.
Ashe. Our next question is: do you have any recommendations on herbs to help heal the heart? And before you go on that one, what I will say, um, first you have to kind of identify what I'll say about that is like you kind of have to identify what's going on with your heart, like what your blockages are or what troubles you. So in the spiritual realm, obviously, like that would start with looking at a divination, maybe, right? Maybe journaling, kind of working through some of the things that you're going through. Um, as far as herbs go, Two of my personal favorites, I would say, are jasmine flower and roses, of course. So, what do
Yeah.
you say about that?
Um, because I'm a hoodoo priestess, I'm gonna work with whatever the hell I got. So if I got cinnamon and black pepper and an orange candle, and I got to do heart work, that's what I would do. But for the beginner priestess or the beginner student, roses is always good. But I like using roses in like self love work, um, self healing work. Look at Queen Rose talking about definitely roses. Yeah. Uh, anything ruled by Venus. Anything ruled by Venus is pretty
Venus.
good. Heart chakra, herbs, anything. I'm not saying anything, but most water ruled herbs can work. Green herbs. Now, somebody's gonna take say green herbs and then get a grimini, which I can make a grimini work. But if you're a beginner, I would be careful about a grimini because a grimini is very masculine. If we're doing more so healing work for the heart chakra, I would more so want you to get feminine green herbs. Okay. Um, but if you were going to use a grimini could definitely be used to protect your heart. Okay. But be careful with that because you don't want to put a guard up mistakenly, right? So water ruled herbs, Venus ruled herbs, and even green. Yeah, even green. Roses, absolutely. Uh, red roses, pink roses, yellow roses. Yeah, it depends on exactly what we're trying to target because yellow is such a powerful color. We know that it activates the solar plexus chakra. So if it is somebody that not only I'm trying to heal your heart, but I'm trying to get you to be more confident in yourself, then I would probably tell you to get yellow roses. But you want to more so look at Venus herbs, water ruled herbs. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. And which reminds me as well. So, like, if you're wanting to take a deeper look into the magical correspondences of these things, or if you're wanting to learn more so, because something that we do, right, I think is a common misconception that you don't work on yourself in this field. And no, baby, it's a lifetime thing. Like, we're always working on ourselves. We're always working, doing our shadow work. So if that's something that you're wanting to learn more about, first of all, we are coming up on closing the first round of our chakra mentorship.
So excited
Okay.
about that, right?
Yes, we're closing up the chakra mentorship program. So the videos will be out pretty soon. And this is, in a way, this is kind of how we taught all the classes on how these chakra blockages and things show up in our life. So be on the lookout for that information because the classes are going to be coming out here pretty soon. But also, if you're wanting to sign up for mentorship.
Absolutely. You can sign up for mentorship and you say, well, Queen Peach, Queen Reverend Priestess Peach Blossom, I don't have no money. Guess what? If you look at that link that I shared in the comments, my link tree, you can join our free mentorship. Okay. It is free. You can get classes there for free. Also, if you are confused about what the hell hoodoo is, what we on here talking about, I have a class that you can purchase, an intro to hoodoo class, and give you the basics of intro to hoodoo and also ancestral um veneration. Okay. I got the conjure mentorship link in there. Also, I'm doing a prosperity ritual for the month of March. Okay. So we're gonna do a hoodoo luck ritual that I'm really excited to get into. So if you need luck, and it's not just money, most of the time we think about money, but even if you need luck in love, you need luck in your home, things haven't been so peaceful, you need just higher vibrating energy, you should definitely join. That link is also in there. The prosperity, well, the luck ritual is $44. All right. Not only that, we have Bible study. Okay. The link to the Ancestral Life Path reading is there. And also, we have Sunday service. So once a month, you can catch me preaching. And also breaking down the Bible in a hoodoo way. So if you are one of those people that kind of miss church, but are ashamed to say it, don't worry. Welcome to hoodoo. We do use the Bible in church, okay? Sorry, I had to make sure everybody knew that. Go ahead with the next question.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Don't miss out on Bible study in Sunday service, okay? Because Priestess be giving a word, hunty. Okay, so let me take a look and see what our next question is. I lost track.
Like, you good? You good?
Okay, there we go. So, do you think there should be more of an emphasis on self care amongst Black women? Why or why not?
Child, child, do I? Okay, so let me break this down. Let me break this down. Black women, and you asked about black women, right?
Hmm.
Black women are given the crumbs of the crumbs and told that we need to make Thanksgiving dinner with it and be happy with it. Black women are, God, we already have strikes against us. We're a woman, we're black, and then we got the nerve to be a black woman, right? That's three strikes. A lot of the decisions that we make in life are because we're either black, we're a woman, or we're just a black woman. And so we have been programmed to naturally deny ourselves of simple pleasures, things that other people have. In fact, you can log on to Facebook right now and it will be a group of black men and women trying to convince you the less that you have, the better woman you are, the better mother that you are. It's a dumb post that was going around, girl. Oh, I just roll my eyes every time I see it. But it's like, shout out to the moms who will go without getting her nails done, will go without getting new shoes or new clothes to make sure that her kids straight. And I'm like, oh, no, ain't no shout out to that woman. Somebody go help her. She needs to go get her nails done. Absolutely. She needs to go get new clothes just like she got for her kids. Absolutely. Why? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so often people come to black women for healing. Think about the whole Kanye mess that's going on, right? So I'm really trying not to follow it because I'm not a fan of Kanye. I'm sorry. Like, I miss the old Kanye, whatever, we in a new era. But, I find it funny that he said slavery was a choice, but he chose to be enslaved by the Kardashians. Anyway, but I'm sick of people saying he need a black woman. He need a black woman. No, he don't. He need medication. He probably needs a head washing. Okay, he need a head cleansing. He needs a spiritual bath. That's what he needs. If he needs a black woman, that is what he needs. He needs a conjure woman. He needs an Ianifa. But he does not need a black woman to heal him, to nurture him. That's what his
Hmm.
mama was there for. She's no longer here. So guess what he has to do? He has to go find help. Now, if he goes to a therapist and she happens to be a black woman, great. He goes to Ianifa or a godmother or a mambo, or a conjure woman like myself, great. But it just goes to show you how the world looks at us for so much and we're given so little. I remember doing a class in one of those chakra classes where I was speaking about seeing my mom and how she reacted to things, and I didn't understand why. Because I didn't understand the microaggression. I didn't understand racism growing up. I didn't understand poor customer service, and now that I'm older, I understand and I've seen people treat, a black man differently than they would treat me, especially a white couple or a white man or a white woman. And so yeah, to be a black woman is to be enraged, and that's why we owe it to ourselves to take care of us. Because I hate to tell you this, black woman, but nobody gives a damn about you. Nobody cares about you, your aches, your pains, that you tired today, that you didn't feel like cooking. Nobody cares. Nobody. It is up to you to care. Nobody cares that you didn't get a break from your kids. Nobody cares.
Hmm.
You have to care. You have to care about yourself. You have to figure out what self-care looks like. You have to figure out how to restore your own soul. You have to figure that out. Nobody's going to do it for us. I know that we look at TV, or I really hate to throw white people on the bus, but I'm gonna do it, if only for example. But we see other women of other races be taken care of. You don't hear Hispanic women talking about going 50-50 with some man. You know what I'm saying? I hate to kind of bring it there, but you don't hear white women talk about going 50-50. Like the fact that we're expected to be submissive while going 50-50, while cooking, cleaning, doing all of the housework, while he just bring home half his, like, no, right? Even what is expected of us growing up, we've been told, girls mature faster than boys. Boys will just be boys. And so we've always had the burden of being more responsible, being, I even hate how traditionally women belong in the kitchen. I hate it. I hate it because I think it's bullshit. I think that men should learn, just like women should learn how to cook and clean for themselves. But what my whole point is that we put there's so much put on us as Black women, and you have to be okay with saying, actually, no, I'm not gonna do A, B, and C because I don't want to. And everybody and their mama gonna be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? We do. How many? For instance, I'll give an example. Somebody could call the house and be like, hey Peach, I'm coming over. I just came in town. I'm coming over. We need a place to stay. Now, I've been taught that the proper thing to do is to be like, of course you can come. Let me open up my home. And I could have been watching TV with my family, having a family night. I could have been hanging out with my friends. But if somebody called and needed me in this way, I've been taught that I got to open my home. And so here I am making sure they got fresh towels. I'm cooking dinner and stuff. I don't really want to do that shit. But why would I do it? Because it's been ingrained in me that I'm here to serve. I'm telling you now, if that were to happen right now, it would have been like, well, I hope you get a hotel room.
Yeah.
Because if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. That is a form of self-care. Saying no is a form of self-care. And then, what I find is that people really get confused about what to say no to, or they feel bad. You have to go back to what the hell I said. Nobody cares about you, Black woman. Don't nobody care if you go to the gym. Nobody cares nobody cares that you need to go eat healthy or whatever. Nobody cares about that. You have to make that happen. You have to make yourself a priority. And so many times we put ourselves on the fucking back burner. Excuse my French, but it just pisses me off when I see it. Mm-hmm. And so to start loving on yourself means you have to set boundaries. Means you have to say no to a lot of things that really does not serve you. Means that you really have to do some self-reflecting about what works for you and what doesn't. Mm-hmm. And people don't like when Black women figure that out. No. Because then we say no. No, mm-hmm. We're not. I don't like, for instance, I don't
come off as angry.
We do. We come off as angry. They call us angry. They call us bitter. They'll call us, mean. I don't care. If I don't agree with it, if it doesn't feel right with my soul, if it's disrespectful, I'm not dealing with it. I just cut one of my cousins off. And I don't say it braggadociously, but I'm giving you an example. He was very disrespectful to my family, including me, on the internet. And if you know me, I'm a straight shooter. So I'm like, when I saw it, I said, hey, who are you talking about? Like I'm talking about us like a dog. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him, I was like, who are you talking about? He didn't respond. Called him. Who are you talking about? Didn't answer. And so when I realized, like, okay, well, obviously he's talking about us, I cut him off. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You're my grandma. Well, y'all family. I don't care. You can deal with his disrespectful ass if you want to.
I'm happy. We're going to get to that later too. I feel like you were about to say something that's going to, you know what?
Okay, well,
let's go to that question. Let's just go to that question.
Let's
go to that question because I know we have one on here about it. Okay, so It is. I struggle with setting boundaries for my family. I have unconditional love for them, but where do I draw the line?
You don't need to have unconditional love for your family. Number one, you don't. You can love them, but unconditional, that's bullshit. So you letting you tell somebody that you that you got unconditional love for them, they can do whatever they want to you. Where you gonna go? I love you unconditionally. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And what are the conditions you ask? Your boundaries. So back to what I was saying about my cousin, right? No, I don't care who think I should talk to him. I don't care who think I should let bygones be got bygones. You can let that nigga disrespect you. He ain't gonna disrespect me. And until I receive that apology, he could die and we won't talk. You understand what I'm saying? You you have to choose you. What it is that you want. If I was listening to my family, I would be in church every Sunday, miserable. I would probably be fat right now and they would be talking about me. And not fat shaming, but if y'all know Priestess Peach from years ago, you know I've lost weight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me losing weight was setting boundaries with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It starts with self-love, but I would be unhappy. Listen, I've tried to live life for my family. I have tried to please my family. You know what I realized is that, Peach, you're a black woman. You're never gonna be good enough. You're never gonna be good enough in the eyesight of other people. The expectations that they have for you, you're never gonna reach them. Okay, it's always gonna be something wrong. And I think when I realized that, it hurt. Oh God, did it hurt? This whole time I've been living my life accordingly to what was put in front of me, what this structure that was placed in front of me, and it wasn't working. If your life is in shambles right now because you're living for somebody else or you're living to please somebody else, this is your tower moment. This is your tower card moment saying, hey, this is not working. It's not working for you. And you have to not give a damn what they say. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about you. Yeah, they may love you. And some people will care about you enough as long as you do what they say or do what's pleasing in their eyesight. You have to figure out what it is that you want to do and work towards it. And be okay with pissing people off, right? If they disrespect you, draw your boundary, draw your line in the sand. Here's the thing about boundaries, though, is that you have to give the consequences when those boundaries are crossed. And that's where a lot of us mess up at. A lot of us mess up by not giving the proper consequences. So again, my cousin, the consequence is I'm not talking to you. I don't fuck with you. Period. Because you a fake weak ass. Let me calm down, Memphis. Calm down. Calm down, Memphis. All right. But I don't fuck with you. Period. And I ain't gonna lose no sleep over. That's you, that's a bitch ass.
Mm-hmm.
You, I'm happy. I'm thriving. I'm doing what I want to do. Also, I would encourage to move to move away from your family. If you live with your family, I would encourage you to get the hell out. Some of us may need to move to different cities. Uh, and that's fine if that's what you need to do. But when you start loving on yourself, which is heart chakra work, when you truly get to love on you and everything about you, even the things that people told you wasn't cute. You know, people say, Pete, you cuss too much. I don't give a Yeah, my throat chakra a little active, but it has to be, right? Mercury in Virgo, Venus in Leo, and I'm a teacher and a preacher, so my throat chakra has to be a little active. But guess what? I love that about me. And it doesn't matter if anybody else validates that. I'm okay with who I am. And until I feel the need to change, I won't. Um, and if my family has a problem with it, But let me also say this, and kind of goes into a deeper conversation. This is where why a lot of us start to be the black sheep of the family. It's because we choose us. And when we choose us, you naturally go through this healing process. And when you heal, you turn around and look at your family and be like, all of y'all are crazy. All of
A lot
y'all
of stuff
are,
starts to get ghetto at some point, and it
it
doesn't make
does. It
sense.
does start to get ghetto. And you're like, look at all these family pathologies that nobody is trying to fix, stop. Ain't nobody even recognized it.
Okay,
And
third
so when
eye.
we come on third eye work, right? But that comes with healing. And so you see it and you point it out, and then now you in the wrong. Like, there's a lot of people think I'm wrong for not talking to my cousin. I don't care. No, I don't feel like I'm wrong. You should watch his mouth. You shouldn't burn bridges. Period. Um, I you can love your family, but the best thing that you can do is to love yourself and be an example.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of your family members are lost. A lot of them are living for their parents or their family or blah blah blah. The best thing you can do is be an example, because you know what my family that still mess with me say, Pete, you look happier. You're glowing. You seem that you. I mean, you just look good, girl. What is your secret? But don't be afraid of boundaries. That's another day. That's another time where we talk about,
Yeah.
what does boundaries look like, and when should you set them. But don't be afraid to have your boundaries. Boundaries are there to protect you and keep you peaceful. Which means if your mama's calling you with some foolishness and she just gonna fuss, don't answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Boundary. Or say, Mom, I really don't want to talk about that. And if she still, doesn't respect that, then guess what you got to do? Bye, Mom, love you. Boundaries. Yeah, I really wish the person that asked that question was in the chat so that we
I
could.
was about to say that. I was like thinking to myself, I said, the person who wrote that question, I want you to come to Bible study. I want you to come to
Absolutely.
Sunday service so that you can hear, because ooh, it could be, we already know that working on the root, because that's what I'm hearing too, can be like weeks worth of work. And so
Weeks, months, years. When we're
lifetime.
when we're talking about the root chakra, honey, that's a 3-week series there. But
Yeah.
working on your root chakra will also help you set boundaries. Why? Because your root chakra is your foundation. It's what you believe on. Believe in. It's your belief system. It's what you stand on. And so if somebody goes against what you believe in, or somebody is going against your foundation, then we automatically know they're not meant for us, right? And so we can exit that person out of our lives, but it becomes different when it becomes your family, and that can be, you know, that can be hurtful. But
And
I
you
would
can feel
also tell
guilty.
you to look. But yeah, you can feel guilty. But then I would also say, look at Beyonce, or look at a young Van Zant. Do you think they give a damn about what they auntie said? Do you think they care? Well, I'm sure Beyonce cares about her mother's opinion, but if Beyonce would have listened to her mother, we never would have got Baychella.
Yeah.
We never would have got that. We never would have got that masterpiece that it is. And yes, I'm a Beyonce fan. Get over it. But we never would have got that had she listened to her mother. A young Van Zant don't live near her family. I'm sure she doesn't get there. She doesn't consult them about her life and the things that she wants and things that she loves, right? You shouldn't either. Don't fall for that. Hope I answered that question. Somebody said boundaries save lives. Absolutely. Somebody said boundaries help you set the standard for how others treat you. And thank you, Queen Leela Sage. That is so true. That is so true. You let people, if you don't set boundaries, people will walk all over you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. People
Who
will.
did that
Do
for you?
not do not disturb is a boundary.
It is.
It
It
is. Do
is.
not
It
disturb
is.
is a boundary. Absolutely. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. I hope I answered that question. If y'all got questions like in the comments, make sure y'all I can see it now. I can see it now. This is my reminder again about our hoodoo luck prosperity ritual. You can find in the link tree the introduction to hoodoo. If you just need to know what hoodoo is and you want to purchase that class, you can purchase that class. Also, for the conjure mentorship that I'm really excited to share because some people really just need to know how to work. They just need to know what to do, how to put this together, how does it work? And so I'm excited about getting into that. I know that's right, Brittany. Michaela. Sorry, I know that's right, Priestess Michaela. Yeah, boundary. Priestess Michaela stopped answering calls after 8 o'clock. Boundary.
Yeah.
Nobody, including me, and she's my goddaughter, is gonna tell her, "Hey, stop answering your phone after 8." Priestess Michaela realized that it was messing up her me time, or she was not able to get herself centered because she was on the phone giving her energy to other people. So guess who set the boundary? I'm not going to answer the phone at 8, Priestess Michaela. And I'm pretty sure that boundary has brought a lot of peace to her. And I'm pretty sure people now know, don't call Priestess Michaela after 8 unless it's an emergency. And that's the way it should be. Absolutely. That's what brings her peace. I don't answer my phone before 12 o'clock in the afternoon. No. Ain't no grand rising for me, bitch. No. No.
Oh my God. That's facts though. That's facts though. That's
Facts,
facts.
bro. No,
Yes,
ain't no
you have
grand
to set
rising.
boundaries or people will continue to walk all over you. That's one of the ways to maintain peace in my life. People all the time, people are looking for me right now. And guess what I'm doing? Me. And that's just
Girl,
what you have to do.
you do. You do. I hope I answered the person's question about family. Family can be hard. Oh God, family talking to family or setting boundaries with family can be hard, but hey, if you're on this live, if you're listening to this video, then you've been called. There's no way you're on this video and you haven't been called to be the black sheep, to be the trailblazer that heals the freaking family. What if you setting boundaries and healing yourself is what heals your bloodline?
Yeah.
This is why heart chakra work is so important, especially for my black women or just for the black community, period.
Yeah. I completely agree. And if Priestess is delivering a word, if any of this is resonating, go ahead and bless her. Drop some love in her Cash app. Put the love
Hey,
donations there if she is showing up and show it out tonight. Yeah, somebody
Lord
said
have
put
mercy.
you first, okay? Love yourself. Love yourself.
Love yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. And I think that hurts. I think that hurts. Oh
Whenever you
God,
sit
that
there and you
hurts.
realize, like, I remember one time I was talking to you in one of our private conversations, and you told me, you're like, you know what? If there's someone in your life and you can't ask them for a favor, then are they really your friend? And they're really not your friend. If you can't have these relationships where the same is reciprocated, then they're not your friend. And I was
They're
like,
not.
damn, that that's true. You
But
know,
it hurts.
it does. It does. When the like, look, we going on to another lecture, but when the third eye starts to open, it hurts sometimes. When you start seeing things for what it really is, it can really hurt. It can really hurt.
It can. It can. So, I mean, if you're thinking about like, oh, I wonder if I need to set boundaries, number one, book a consultation with your girl. Number two, if every time somebody calls you, you get annoyed, probably time to set boundaries. Um, if you are just irritable when you're around this person, it's probably time to set boundaries. For example, Lord, I be throwing put my mom under the bus, but I'm not talking to I'm not talking to my mom about religion. Okay, first of all, Aquarius sun, Aries moon. She always want to argue. I'm straight. I'm not arguing about it. That's my boundary. Hey, mom, love you. We finna talk about Christ and how I need to come back. Ah, all right, love you. Bye. Boundary.
It's funny, but it's true.
It's true. It's true, and it sucks. And it sucks because part of my heart chakra work was grieving the fact that my mother and I will probably never have the mother and daughter relationship that I've always wanted, right? But
Letting go of
here's
those
heart,
expectations.
yeah, letting go of those expectations. But here's also part of the heart chakra work. I now have two daughters, right? And so the relationship that I wish I had with my mom, I get to create that with my daughters. And also, by trying to create it, there's a lot of things that I can't do that I saw my mom do, or I can't talk to my kids the way she may have said something to me, right? That takes a lot of guts, but it but it's part of the healing work. It's part of me healing so I don't traumatize my damn kids. Somebody had posted that, kids who didn't grow up Christian will not know the trauma from waking up to an empty house and thinking the rapture has came. Baby,
Mhm.
when I tell you that was me, I woke up one morning with nobody at the house. Oh, girl, I'm not traumatizing my kids like that. You can't even teach my kids about hell. No. So, set your boundaries with your set your boundaries with your family. Next question.
Next question. Next case. Okay, so Priestess, in your opinion, is it hard to ask for help? If so, why, in your opinion, why might women feel that way?
Okay, that's a good question. It's hard for me to ask for help. Absolutely. One, I'm a Virgo and I want to do it all by myself. Okay. Um, because I feel like I'm the only one who can do it right. If you look at
Yeah,
the
that's a
great
real thing
Virgos,
too. Just let me do it.
just let me do it. I got it. If we look at the great Virgos, okay, come on MJ, come on Kobe Bryant, rest in peace Kobe, come on Beyonce, come on Young Van Zant, even Ludacris. I can go on and on, but we're very much so perfectionists, and it's like if it's not done the way we want it, ugh. But that's one reason for me. Number two, again, going back to how we were brought up, a lot of us black women or black girls didn't get assistance. We were told to suck it up. We were told to, I remember one day, and this is like I was 16. I was coming home from an orchestra performance with my high school orchestra, and I didn't, of course, didn't know what the hell an empath was. But I felt everybody's emotions that day. I felt everybody's emotion. Everybody came and just dumped their emotional trash on me. And I remember showing up to my mom to the house, and I'm like in full blown tears. And my mom was just like, "What you doing all that crying for? You must be depressed or something. You ain't." And I was really about to ask her like to just hold me or comfort me or let me know this is okay. But in that moment, I realized, wow, I can't open up to you. I can't ask for help for the fear of being judged, the fear of the ridicule I'm going to get for asking for help. And that's just one example. But again, there's this expectation on Black women to be superheroes, to be able to take everything and just glow in spite of, and it's
And
just
carry it.
it
And
carry it's not
let me
okay.
also add too, it's like a thing that's like, and Priestess, you know this all too well. And I've shared, like, if you guys pay any attention to me on YouTube at all, I've shared the story about how, I've gone to the doctor's office, right, in pain, and they don't take it seriously. Or I'll have a specific allergic reaction or medication that I can't have. Several times have they given it to me anyway. Like,
Yep.
people, not that we aren't, because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay, we are divine, beautiful beings, and we are quite resilient. But because of people's other expectations of what they have, or how Black women are just supposed to be able to take everything, people forget that we need support too. We need
And
people
that
to
we're
look out for us
human.
too, and that we're human.
Yeah, that's why you ain't supposed to be in the hospital having no baby without somebody being there to advocate for you. Because just like they
Absolutely.
messed up your medication, they don't care about us. I really hate to tell you that, Black
And
woman, they
that
don't give a
hurt.
damn about. And
That
and
hurt.
let's talk about though, get like experiencing that hurt and like acknowledging like, oh shit, they really don't. And it will make you angry. It will
Mm-hmm.
make you angry if it's, and then I think a lot of us have just been flat out told no when we have asked for help before. If you can go
Mm-hmm.
back and think about when you felt like, you tried to advocate for yourself and nothing happened, nothing came about it. Um, there was no resolution. I think that plays a part in why it's hard to ask for help. And you have to really be careful, Black woman, because even men will have you thinking the men that you're dating and sucking, and you know what? Will have you thinking you ain't supposed to ask for nothing. I
I'm gonna
know some
quote my
women,
god sister. You
and I
deserve
know
to
some
take up
women,
space.
you do deserve to take up space, but I know some women scared to ask they man for anything. Can you stop by the store before you get home? Scared to ask him that. Can you take the trash out? You scared to ask him that? Why? And if you can't, like I said, if you can't ask the people in your life for favors or to do something for you, then they don't need to be in your life. And so, how to combat that is to ask for what you need. The Bible says you have not because you ask not. And if you're asking, the Bible doesn't say this, but if you're asking and you're being told no, you need to reevaluate the people that's in your life and the people that you're asking these things from. Period. And let me also say this. Let me also help you out. Asking people for stuff really will help get people that's not meant for you out your life. The moment you start asking people for stuff, several things are going to happen. One, they either going to tell you no, just flat out, I can't do it, or they're not going to come through for you. Okay. Two, when you get to asking people for stuff, people will either gladly do it or they'll run away. So they'll X themselves out. But another way that they leave your life is that when you realize that they're not there for you like that, you will get them out of your life. Start asking people for things. And I'm not saying be inconsiderate. Like, I'm not saying call somebody the day of and be like, hey, can you take me to the doctor? That's inconsiderate. But if you can ask reasonable things from people, you'll be surprised who will tell you yes and who will tell you no. And the people who can't never do nothing for you, girl, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Girl, we've been on here for almost an hour. My God.
Almost an hour. You want to take one more?
Yeah, I can take another.
Okay. Well, this will be our last question, you guys, and then we'll wrap it up. But that's because you dropping gems tonight. Okay, let me pick a good one. I think that, well, I feel like we've kind of, like, you've covered almost all of them, but I'm going to ask anyway. Do you have any advice for forgiving people who aren't sorry?
Yes. Hold on. Let me figure out how I want to answer it. One of the four agreements is to not take things personally. And that's difficult to do sometimes when somebody has done something to you. Somebody has broken your heart. Somebody stole from you. Somebody, you know, did something to you, but it is important not to take it personally. Why? Well, because their behavior is more so a reflection on them than it is you. And so, number one, what good is it going to do for you to hold on to that grudge? Because that person is going to be living their lives, not concerned, not worried about how you feel. Some of y'all are still holding on to shit, and this person has moved on with their lives and ain't thought about you at all. But here you are holding on to it. Forgiveness is for you; it's not for them. But when you forgive, you're also releasing that hold, that energy that you've been saving, and it got to go somewhere. And a lot of times, it goes to that
Mm-hmm.
person. Um, Karma is also a real thing. If you work with your ancestors, if you work with your spiritual team, please don't think that people can be out here just doing you dirty anyway. That's why I ain't listen. You don't gotta apologize to me. You gonna suffer. Period. If you've done me wrong, you're going to suffer for it. Either karma's gonna get you or my ancestors. Either way it go, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I can be hurt about it, And part of heart chakra work is admitting that I'm hurt about it or that I'm pissed about it. And I may get in moments where I may be mad about it, whatever, but I let that emotion sit and then I let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it and then I let it go. Because even if this person apologizes, that's just him saying some shit. Him or her just saying it. Somebody, you ever heard somebody go, "Fine, I apologize," and they really don't mean it? I mean, what does that really make you feel better?
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, I try not to take things personally. I try to. I always try to be in alignment. So if somebody's just not in alignment with what I got going on, what God got me doing, um, they'll get dismissed, and I will go talk to my therapist, or I will allow me to feel whatever emotions that I'm feeling. I won't be too proud to say that it hurt. I don't feel no type of way because that'd be a lie. Uh, but then I make the decision to forgive. If I never hear I'm sorry from that person, oh, well, I'm moving on. Most of the part of heart chakra work or healing your heart chakra is being okay with you and everything that comes with you. And if somebody hurt you, something happened, it broke your heart, or you're angry, or whatever, you have to one acknowledge it. You have to also two take responsibility for your role in it. We don't like that. Okay, nobody likes that part. Nobody likes to say, "Well, Priestess, he cheated on me," and I don't know why I'm just speaking about relationships, but Priestess, he cheated on me, and blah 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 blah. But didn't he show red flags?
Ooh.
Didn't didn't he? Wasn't he hiding his phone? Did you not trust your
Ooh.
intuition when your intuition told you that nigga went shit? What did you do to end up here? And so we have to take a responsibility of the parts that we played and
Mm-hmm.
forgive ourselves for that. And then start trusting your intuition, start trusting your spiritual team, because they'll tell you when somebody's messed up. A lot of us
Mm-hmm.
ignore those instincts, those gut feelings, and then be like, "Woe is me." No, you've been told, you were warned. Whether you came and got a reading, or whether your Ori or your ancestors came and said something, but you have to also accept responsibility for how you got there. And then, what it's like, what do you want? Do you want? I'm laughing because I'm gonna bring up Super Scent. Y'all know how I love shout out to Super Scent. Y'all know how I feel about her. But she said some real shit. How long you gonna, like, you can be heartbroken, but like, how long you gonna let that nigga have your heart?
Mm-hmm.
How long you gonna let your mama, if that's who you need to forgive, how long you gonna let her have that? How long you gonna let somebody else hold that space in your beautiful, precious heart? You make a choice to continue to hurt about that. You make a choice to hold that grudge. You forgive, you let go, get that heart chakra to work, because at the end of the day, it's your life,
Mm-hmm.
it's your body. So I hope I answered that.
You did. That was beautiful. I also want to add, because it's like one of my favorite poems from the movie For Color Girls, and I shared it in the chakra mentorship program, and it's the one about her taking her stuff back. I don't know if you remember it, but or if you've seen that movie, but she talks
I've
about
seen it.
taking her stuff back, and to me, that speaks about forgiveness, but not for the other person, but forgiveness just simply for you. It's like a way to for you to reclaim your power. You know what I'm saying? Those pieces of you that we sometimes unintentionally let other people have, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, yeah, we let other people make us the victim, and some of us know how to be the victim. Oh
yeah.
God, do we know how to play that role? We know, baby. Let me tell you something. We can be the victim. right? Just like a lot of us play broke. Ooh, that's a different story for a different time, but we know how to be broke. We know how to make ends meet. We know how to live check to check,
Oh my gosh.
right?
Yeah.
It's a story for a different
Mhm.
time, but we know how to be the victim. We know how to blame everybody else. But part of not being a victim anymore is taking responsibility. Taking responsibility. Well, Priestess, I was a child and A, B, and C happened. And right, you were a child. None of that shit was supposed to happen to you. And maybe you don't need to take responsibility for that. What you do have to take responsibility for is your healing.
Mhm.
How long are you going to be like, woe is me, I'm the victim, I had a bad life, blah, blah, blah? Girl, we all got a story.
Mhm.
You ain't the first one to get dumped. You ain't the first one to lose your job. You ain't the first one to get your lights cut off. You ain't the first one to have any of these bad things happen to you. You're not the first and you're not going to be the last. So forgiveness is like forgiving self and then choosing not to be the victim anymore. I'm not the victim of this person's heartbreak or this person's wrongdoing. I'm not going to be a victim of it. So stop being a victim. If you don't know how to do that, book a reading, book a consultation with either me or Queen Leilani, so or Hounsi LaBelle Venus.
I'm done.
You know, you got to say your whole name, girl. You know,
Yes.
you got to
Yes.
put some respect on your name.
My many names. But thank you, Priestess. I appreciate you coming on here tonight. You know, child, I had to pull her out, you guys. I had to pull her out. But maybe
Literally
she'll come
had
back
to
soon.
pull, literally had to pull me out. Like, Priestess, please bring your ass to YouTube. So
Come out here.
I'm I'm happy that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I'll
Me
be back
too.
soon. Maybe I'll be back. I've been wanting to do readings lately. It's just I just feel like I haven't had the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really wanting to get into young Dolph and this whole situation because, baby, if you have not been following the story, Memphis Police Department have
I'm gonna do
currently
that
listed
soon.
3 more suspects in his death. They have all there's conspiracy theories that like the cookie shop that he was murdered at, they got something to do with it. It's a lot going on. But also, like I said, so this is a lot going on in Memphis and in the world. I'm not reading on Kanye West. Y'all can kiss my ass. Stop asking. Don't ask me about that. I'm not reading on that fool. Um, but it's some other celebrities that I really would like to get into
Mm-hmm.
and just and maybe come out with that. But until then, you can catch me in this hoodoo luck ritual that we are having next month. And let me
Mm-hmm.
share that link so y'all can join. The Hoodoo Luck Ritual is only $44, okay? And when you join in the group chat, I'll put all the payment information, give you the instructions for it, and then just be ready to do it when the time comes. Also, the Conjure mentorship that me and Priestess, Queen Leilani will be doing. Also in that link tree. Intro to Hoodoo. If you don't know what Hoodoo is, you're not sure, you don't understand why we venerate our ancestors, you want to purchase that class. What else do I have on my link tree? I have Sunday service, Wednesday night Bible study. Okay, these are for right now free. Okay, they're free. Feel free to donate if you come, but for right now, these are free for you to have access to. Come with your Bible, pen, and paper. Sunday service is always really good. And then we have the free mentorship. Okay, so if you're interested in doing or just trying to learn, join the free mentorship. We have some goodies in there and some activities for you to do. And I really think that that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So if you are interested in any of those things, please click the link tree and click on the link, and it'll take you exactly to where you need to go. But thank you for having me, Queen Leilani. This has been fun.
No problem. Thank you for joining us. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be blessed. Don't live life in distress.
Long live Dolph and Smoothie Wild. Long live Dolph.